Everybody, my name's Alison. Welcome to my channel, Ancient Oak Psychic Arts. Today I'm going to do a love reading for the sign of Leo. I'm going to go ahead and pull your overall energy, look at any guidance and advice from Spirit, and also look at any opportunities or challenges that you have coming in around love and how you can use that to your advantage. So if this is your sun, moon, rising sign, or Venus sign, this is your reading. And just remember, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. And just a reminder also, this is for all the Leos that are single and looking for love. All right, if you're in a great relationship, this doesn't apply to you. This is for people that are looking for love. All right, so just a couple of quick reminders. So I just had the opportunity to open up memberships on the YouTube channel. So YouTube has been sending me emails after emails, so I decided I wanted to go ahead and do it. So you can go look at, there's 3 different tiers. So if you'd like to support the channel, that's an excellent way for you to go ahead and do it. I did a separate short video on it. I'll probably do a longer one. That way it's uploaded as an actual video and not a short. But you can go ahead and check it out and look at how it's differentiated between the 3 areas. And don't forget, you can go to my website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com, and there you can go ahead and sign up for the free newsletter. It's at the bottom of every single page. It'll let you know my itinerary and the upcoming classes that are available. My 16-week manifestation masterclass is coming out June 1st. Starting next week, I'm working with my web designer now. Next week, you'll be able to start signing up for the class and make prepayment. So I'm really excited about this class. It's going to be exciting. It is 16 weeks, so it is a commitment. If you want to learn manifestation, you need to be able to make that shift in every cell of your body. So that is why it is 16 weeks. We also meet weekly in person because I'm holding you accountable. And if you have any questions, we answer it in real time. So if that's something you're interested in, please go ahead and sign up for the newsletter. I have not sent a newsletter out because I'm waiting for her to post it on the website. And 2, I'm waiting to buy my ticket to New Zealand and Australia. So that is all happening next week. Everything's happening at once, right? So look for that. After I get my ticket, that's when I'm going to send out the newsletter, because people in New Zealand and Australia, you can go ahead and book your personal readings with me once I have my itinerary set. Okay, so that's one thing. You can also go to my website and book a personal reading with me, a missing person consultation. Check out what I have under the Learning Center. That's where the 16-week manifestation masterclass is going to be. A mouthful all of a sudden. But I also do one-on-one, if that's something you're interested in, with manifestation, tarot, and raising your vibration. And then I have a section on there called Alison's Picks. Those are my affiliates. I have 2 items up there, Skin Like Butter and then Roger's Hood Apothecary. If you click on both, it'll take you to the deal of the day. So definitely go ahead and click on that. And if you haven't seen my interview with the founder of Roger's Hood Apothecary, I did it a couple of weeks ago. Definitely check it out. I know it might not be a pleasant topic for some people, but it's so, so important. Please go ahead and take a look at it. Even if you don't do it, just for your own personal edification on what is going on. I'm currently taking her parasite cleanse. I did 30 days. I'm taking 7 days off. And tomorrow on Easter, I start the 2nd parasite cleanse because I'm personally choosing to do it for 7 to 9 months. I'm also going to do her lymphatic cleanse because you can do it at the same time. And that's coming out in May 2025. And you want to do a mold cleanse in that 9-month period. For me, I'm doing it that long, okay? I've never done a parasite cleanse before, so I want to make sure I'm doing it thorough, and I'm going to actually do it for a long time. So they let out mold, so that's why you want to include a mold cleanse along the way. So, yay! But it's a necessary thing we need to do. If you have a warm body, you're going to have parasites. That is the nature of this life that we live in. That's biology. So again, check it out. And she's got so much free information on her website. You can download all the ebooks and learn even more about it. I'm going to have her back on the show, so look for that also. All right. Okay, so I got what I needed to say out. Let me go ahead and pull cards for Leo. This is for all the single Leos out there that are looking for love. What does the universe want to tell you today? We have the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Cups. How weird is that? I've been shuffling the whole time and I did it before I even turned the camera on. How weird. the Ace of Cups, the Devil card. What a mix. The Hanged Man. For your opportunity, we've got the Queen of Wands. For your challenge, the Tower. Oh my God, Leo. Wow, what a rock and roll time for you. This is a lot of energy in both directions. Okay, so let me take a look around the room. All right, so we have three major arcana. We've got the Tower in your challenge. In the guidance and advice from Spirit, we've got the Devil and the Hanged Man. How interesting. You have one ace, the Ace of Love, the Ace of Cups. And that's in your guidance and advice from Spirit right next to the Devil card. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So in your recent past, we've got this Two of Wands. So for those of you that are looking for love, this is about you clarifying your intention. Again, recent past. This is you figuring out what it is that you want. Maybe you took a break from dating. Maybe you went I feel like a lot of you just took a step back. I do feel like there's because I get the vibrations of the cards. I feel like some of you are rushing from one relationship into another. But I feel like a lot of you took a step back. So this is, to me, about you clarifying your intention. So whether you're in any of those categories or something different, this is about you figuring out what it is and you want in a relationship moving forward. So that's going to be a review of your past relationships, whether it's romantic or platonic or your family, if it's familial, right? Because you're looking at your interactions with your parents, with your siblings. You're looking at interactions with previous romantic relationships or marriages. You're looking at friendships because it's all relationship based. You're looking at what works, what doesn't work, and to try and figure out why. Look at patterns if you have any. See what is a pattern for you, especially if you're finding yourself in relationships that are not working. Are you settling for breadcrumbs? And if so, why? You want to look at incidences like that. So this is about you clarifying your intention. What do you want in a relationship? How do you see yourself in a year, 5 years, right? And then also look at yourself. What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the relationship? What is your worth and value? What is your worth and value to a relationship with another individual? You want to look at the big picture. You don't have to share your answers with anybody. This is for your own personal growth and development to help you solidify what it is that you want moving forward. Then we get into your present energy, and it's the Two of Pentacles. This is about you having balance. This is being grounded, stable, secure. This is you not taking on too much. You see, he's taking on just the right load where he can walk over the bridge and not fall. It's called the lazy man's load when you double it up because you don't want to make 2 trips. You want to do everything in 1 trip. It's like when you go and you get the groceries out of the car and you see some people and they're going to take all the bags all at once. They're going to damage things. Let's say you picked out some fruit and you didn't want it to get bruised. They don't care. The eggs, they don't care. They're going to take everything, throw it in the house, and that's it, because they don't want to do a couple of trips. They don't want to have that care involved. They just want to get it done. This is you being grounded, stable, secure, and balanced in what it is that you want in a relationship. You're not rushing in. You're not taking on too much responsibility or burdens. And you're not looking for that in the other individual. That's part of what's coming from this. You do have somebody in your environment that does not want to see you happy, that does not want to see you succeed. I am not a negative reader if you've been following me, but when this card shows up, this is someone that does not want to see you succeed in a relationship. This could be an ex. This could be something in your subconscious that is a self-sabotage, right? The fear of success, or something, maybe even fear of failure could be the opposite, but it's definitely something that is in your energy field that does not want to see you succeed in a relationship. So take a look at that. Maybe it's an ex. You know, it's maybe it's some type of connection. Maybe it's a friend or a family member. But there is somebody in your energy field that is doing that. Then we have in your near future the Two of Cups, love. You have met a kindred spirit. You've met someone that is in a like mind with you. Someone that is also looking for love, right? Now, this is 2 women. This is friendship, but we're talking about a love relationship. So this is something that we're looking at for a romantic relationship. Could it be platonic? It could start off that way. and then move into more of a romantic relationship. And maybe you've even met this person before and you haven't thought about them in a romantic manner. It started off as a friendship and maybe it evolves into something romantic, but it's about definitely having a relationship with a kindred spirit. Let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. That's interesting. All of them are twos. Okay. Here we go. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Nine of Swords. We've got the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. So when we're looking at your recent past with this Two of Wands, really clarifying your intention, what it is that you want, it's being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. So this is you doing your due diligence. So you are doing the work. You're putting the time in to figure out what you want in a relationship moving forward. What is your worth and value? You're asking all the questions now, right? It's almost like you're looking at your past in its totality, and you're looking at, like I said, I really feel for a lot of you, it's about you looking at patterns and seeing why you do what you do. You're trying to get to that answer. You might even need the help of a therapist. You're really putting the work in to get those answers. And now you're looking at what it is that you want to do moving forward. You're very serious about being in a relationship. You're putting in a lot of work, a lot of attention to detail. You are worrying about it a little bit. This is anxiety, guilt, shame. This is that fear that keeps you up at night. I think it could be that you want something so bad, or you want something to succeed so bad that it's really keeping you up at night. It could be just like that monomania, that type of focus that you have, that you really want to achieve this and you're having a hard time. And that could also be not just clarifying your intention, but maybe it's also figuring out, where am I going to go to meet this person, right? How am I going to find this person? They're just going to be out there among the multitude. Well, you got to do the singles club. You got to do the meetup groups. Put yourself out there. Let's say if you're a runner, a running club. If you play softball, join a softball club. Something where it's something that you enjoy, first of all. And if you meet a single person there, fantastic. Then you have a shared common interest that you both enjoy, that brings you, well, hopefully they enjoy it too, right? But something that brings you joy. If you're an investor, maybe you like business and that is really attractive. Maybe you want to use your brain instead of just an athlete. Then it's about you definitely going out there, and maybe it's an investment club. Maybe it's some type of real estate investment club. Maybe it's crypto. Whatever it is, it's you getting yourself out there. That is your recent past. Now we look at your present energy, balancing your responsibilities, right? Being grounded, stable, and secure, being clarified by 2 pages. This is young energy. This could be someone that is, I feel for love, this is someone that is really enthusiastic. They might be a little on the immature side, but I feel like they're very smart, they're very intelligent, they're willing to learn. They ask a lot of questions, they're looking for a lot of answers. Maybe that's them looking at, they're asking questions about you. Who are you? What are you doing? What's your past? They could be doing something like that, but I feel like they might be a little on the nosy side. And this could even be your energy too, because the energies can go back and forth. And then we have this Page of Pentacles. This tells me that you will definitely be having an opportunity presented to you in the 3D where you can meet someone. So this is the opportunity of, you might be going out to a meetup club. You might be going to a social gathering, right? What if you're a socialite? It's about you getting out there. What if you're going to an art gallery? What if you're going to the theater? Can't really meet too many people at the theater unless it's intermission or before, maybe after party. It's that kind of energy. It's that you'll be presented with an opportunity to meet people and to mingle. I love that for you. It's really positive. That's your present energy. And then we get into the near future with this Two of Cups, that kindred spirit, right? That kind of recognition of someone, something that you have some depth with. It almost feels like you've known them for a lifetime. That's special. When you're talking to someone for like 5 hours and it feels like 20 minutes and you don't want it to end, that's what I think is coming in for you. And it's being clarified by the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. This is really telling me, if you're blocking on, if you're feeling overly controlling, that you want to control the outcome, you want to control the situation, it's to lighten up a little bit and go with the flow. He's blocking change by holding on to that pentacle so tight. This is just telling me that kind of go with the flow. Even if that might be hard for you, Leo, just kind of go with the flow at times. Use your discernment, but try not to be overly controlling and let the situation just unfold. This is the Six of Swords. This is you leaving trouble behind and going on to calmer shores. Maybe this person is different than your usual person that you date, and it's a little uncomfortable, and that's why you could be possibly controlling the situation. That would only be like for a few of you, but that could be it. But you're leaving troubled waters behind. You're going on to calmer shores, and you are literally leaving the past behind you. So this is going to be a new relationship where there's light at the end of the tunnel. You are transitioning over. Some of you might literally be moving. This is the card of travel, where if you are actually going to a new city, the past is behind you. The other city is behind you and everybody that's there. And now you're starting something really big, fresh, and new, right? It's that kind of energy, and that's going to allow you to step into this new role. Wow, that is your current energy. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at the guidance and advice from Spirit. We have 3 cards. We have the Ace of Cups, we have the Devil card, and we have the Hanged Man. It's called Suspension in this deck. So the first card out, let me move these around, is the Ace of Cups. Well, this is talking about you being in that flow. And what a nice segue, since this was the last card that we went over, because it's the last clarifier in your near future. Spirit is reminding you to be in the flow. This is the Ace of Cups. This is that mind, body, soul going up into the spirit, being in the flow of the universe and the flow of love. Aces are new beginnings. They are also gifts and blessings from the universe. This is a beautiful, noble swan. There's the swan. Very majestic. Look at the reflection of the swan. The swan has it has a tiara and a jeweled necklace. This is a reminder that even if the people around you don't know that you're noble, you know that you're noble. Spirit knows that you're noble. Remember that and act accordingly. Don't betray your own heart. Act as if this is everything and you're behaving at that manner. This will let your heart be your guide. This is you tapping into your intuition, your emotions, especially your heart energy, right? Because this is the Ace of Love, the Ace of your emotions, the Ace of intuition, your connection to source. So this is really talking about you being in that flow in a higher timeline, right? In a higher consciousness by being very noble and acting accordingly. Just remind yourself you're like the noble lion, which is really funny that it happens to be Leo, but this is a reminder that you're noble. The other card that's here for you is the Devil. It's called the Liar in this deck because the devil likes to lie. So this is a reminder that you might have toxic people around you, that you might have toxic past relationships that you can try and let go of, do some release, cord cutting. But this is a reminder to release any type of toxicity, or if you see toxicity in someone, if you see a red flag, walk away now, right? Don't get drawn into a situation where you go on a couple of dates, even though you saw the red flag the first night, and then you feel kind of awkward and stuck, and you've deepened a connection. Because if there's a red flag, it's going to get deeper and deeper and deeper, right? The people put their energetic hooks into you. So take a look at that. If somebody is toxic, you see red flags, it's not in alignment with you. If you don't have this feeling where you feel like you've known each other for a long time, where you have a kindred spirit, walk away. That's not the relationship energy that I feel what is coming through in the cards that's meant for you. Maybe they're just a person you're meeting and that's part of your journey, but that might not be the love relationship, because this love relationship is going to be very healthy, happy, and in alignment with you and your heart, that mind, body, soul being in the flow. And a reminder that you're noble. Toxic behavior is not noble, whether it's you or them, right? Because nobody's perfect, but it's a matter of, really seeing it for what it is. Because if you have toxic behavior, you're probably working on yourself, right? Hopefully you are. But if you see someone else that's toxic, you probably don't want to become entangled with that person. You don't want to engage, because then you're going to be pulled down into their toxicity, right? So it's about you being open to that and seeing things for what they are and being very honest with yourself about it and your assessment of the situation. Then we have the Hanged Man. This is about you really going within for a time of deepening, to go within to this time of suspension. You see, he's taken a time out. He's going in for enlightenment to think about everything that's going on. And he's not going to come out of this until he has the answers that he's looking for. You're looking at things differently. And when you come out reborn as the dragonfly on the other side. So it's a matter of you looking at everything and sitting with it. You're not in a hurry. You don't have to make a snap decision. If someone's putting you under pressure and you don't want it, then that also could be a red flag, right? So you choose to go at your own pace, and maybe if you're the pushy one, maybe that's a red flag for you. Why are you pushing so much, right? But it's a matter of you looking at it, taking your time, and there is no rush for you because you're trying to make the best decision that you can. You're looking for someone that resonates with you because you're looking for real love. All right, let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. We've got the King of Wands, the King of Swords, so 2 kings. Oh my God, you cannot make this up. We've got the Devil, which I said is the liar in this deck, being clarified by the Devil. So there's going to be a lot of toxic people presenting to you. And I'll get into that in just a second. And with the King of Cups, can it get any opposite? We've got this toxicity and we have love. And I'll get into that in just a second because that is a telltale of the type of people that you're going to meet. So let me pull the other 2 clarifiers for the Hanged Man, and I'll get it. Hanged Man being clarified by the Hanged Man. You can't make this up. You watched me shuffle. That is amazing. I love it when Spirit talks like that. That's saying if you didn't hear it the first time, I'm reiterating it, and I'm stressing the point. I want you to hear what I have to say. The Devil is here twice, clarifying the Devil. The Hanged Man is here twice, clarifying the Hanged Man. That's intense. Let me pull the last card and then we'll get into it. Wow, Leo. The 5 of Pentacles. Okay. So we are looking at this first card in the guidance and advice from Spirit, which is the Ace of Cups. You have a gift and blessing from the universe and a new opportunity at love. So someone's going to be presenting to you. It's being clarified by the King of Wands and the King of Swords. 2 kings. This is the king of action. This is the king of being bold, assertive, using his charm and charisma, and he wants to win at all costs. I love this for you because that means you want to win at all costs to have love. You will stop at nothing. You are determined and you have this stick to it kind ofness. It's kind of like that feeling you want to win. Period. You want to win. You want love, and you're going to get it because you're very determined. We have this King of Swords. This is you using your discernment. This is you using that position of neutrality. When you're looking at something, you're not getting overly emotional about something. And isn't that smart? You're looking at it for what it is. If that's toxic behavior, you're able to see it. You're not letting your eyes have those rosy colored glasses on and you're ignoring that red flag, right? You're not ignoring things. You're seeing it for what it is. And that's going to allow you to stand in your truth, the sword of truth, stand in your power, use rational, sound judgment. And that's going to be transformative for you. So I think that you've done that inner work. You worked really hard at it in the very beginning to really look at what you want, looking at the relationships and looking at what you want and what you don't want, right? If you've had some bad relationships in the past, or maybe you have a certain pattern, I feel like if that's the case, you're trying to break that pattern, especially if you're dating someone that's toxic, male or female. You know, this is not a judgment just because I'm a female speaker. I love men. So this is about, you know, the devil energy, that type of toxicity being clarified by the Devil and the King of Cups. Love, 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 love. A mature love because it's a king. And the Devil's here. And look at the bondage. So this is telling me that you're going to have a couple of different types of people present. And some people might present themselves as one thing when really they're another. So you really need to use your discernment. They might be so nice and wonderful on the outside, and then you find out some nasty things about them, right? That they're hiding from you. Maybe they're good at hiding their red flags because they've been doing it for a while, depending on how old they are. Some people really have that down to an art. So it's about you then trusting your intuition. This is the king of love, your emotions, intuition, and a connection to source. But he's the most intuitive of all the kings. You need to trust your intuition and listen to your intuition when you're looking at these toxic people. If they are very good at fooling you, remember, he's the liar. And he's got a sultry voice, and he can sing a song. He can lull you into sleep, and then you fall for it. That's the liar. That is the devil card. It's easy to fall for. Use your intuition. Stay in that high vibing, loving energy. He's toxic. Don't lower yourself to that toxicity. Remember, you're also noble. Totally different energy than the devil. So this is about you seeing it for what it is, but the devil can fool you. So I think you're going to have a lot of people present. And, it's kind of like someone that is a gigolo, right? That they are going to present that they're so wonderful, they're so this, they're so that, they're so in love with you, when in fact they're scheming to take your money or to kill you and take what you have, whatever it is. It's a weird example, but you get the point. They have an agenda, and maybe you're not the first one, or black widow. You can say that about a woman that's doing that to a man, a gold digger. Okay, they have an agenda. Just keep your eye out. Is every person you're going to meet like that? No, of course not. But Spirit is pointing this out, saying that there is a high probability now of a lot of toxic people presenting themselves to you, for you to use your intuition and find the person that's right for you, because you're definitely going to be meeting a kindred spirit, but you're also going to be meeting other people too. So really look into that and see through them. All right. That is the devil and the King of Cups. Now the last card is the Hanged Man, to go within for suspension. So maybe you need to take a time out and go within to see if this person is who they say they are, right? Maybe you need to spend some time saying, did I see a red flag? Did something not feel right that happened, but you kind of ignored it? Think about it again and see if that's something that you need to pay attention to, because the Hanged Man is here twice for you. Same card, different deck, called Suspension. So this Hanged Man is asking you to take a time out and go within for enlightenment. Look at things differently. So if you have a pattern that you get stuck in and you don't like it, maybe it's a negative pattern, maybe you're attracted to people that end up being toxic, then you really want to take that time out and re-examine what kind of relationship you're in and see if you saw a red flag. Think about the previous red flags, what people did. I know this would be a new person, but see if you see any patterns, any similarities, and then that tells you what it is that you need to do should give you an eye-opener on it, because you don't want to be left out in the cold. So this could be something where with this Five of Pentacles, it's the card of lack. So this could be that they're lacking something. Maybe they lack the capacity for love. Maybe they're so traumatized from their own life that they are lacking that ability right now. Maybe they're a sociopath. And I'm not saying that to be funny, but it is out there. And so it's a matter of something is lacking with them. That's going to make you feel left out in the cold. So take a look at that with what is going on around you. Okay, that is the guidance and advice from Spirit. Now we're going to look at your opportunity and your challenge. So your opportunity is the Queen of Wands. You have an opportunity to self-actualize and step into your magic. That's your energy, right? You have the ability to step into who it is that you want to be, and you're very noble and very loving, to find the relationship that you're looking for, okay? What a beautiful way to do it, to self-actualize. The challenge is the Tower. So the challenge is that you might have a tower moment. And you know what that tower moment could be? I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it could be that you get fooled by someone that's toxic. And the universe steps in and reveals them as who they are. And that becomes a tower moment where you're like, oh my God, shit. And they are suddenly removed from your life, but you see them for who they are. And that is a big lesson in life. And that could be what it is. Or it could just be something else happens, but it's a tower moment. Now, is the challenge impossible? No. The challenge just means that you have to work a little harder at it to achieve it, whereas the opportunity is easy. It's right there for you to pluck. Now you're saying, why do I want to achieve a tower moment? Maybe you need to release what no longer serves you and you can't see it. Maybe there's something that's a blockage that you have and you can't see it and it needs to be a release. Remember, his holding on to the control is a type of blockage. He is blocking change. He's blocking progress. And we're talking about love. Maybe there's something that you need to remove. This could be a negative pattern, right? This could be a trauma loop that's going to be released. There's a lot of things that could be coming up for you that could be released, right? So let's get clarifiers and get more information on it. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. Okay, a lot of action. You might hear something pinging in the background. That's my computer. Someone's blowing up my phone all of a sudden. So we've got this Queen of Fire, the Queen of Wands, and she's all about self-actualization. And she is being clarified by the King of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Wow. This is talking about you doing all that work that you've worked really hard. You know your worth and value. He knows the worth and value of his pentacle right there. And this is you self-actualizing into your idealized life that you've worked your whole life to achieve. Let's say you want a beautiful, loving relationship. Let's say you've been in and out of good and bad relationships, and now you're just looking for something where it's going to be the last relationship. You want this one to last, and you're, depending on what stage of life you're at, maybe you're younger and you just want to get married and have kids right now, and you want someone that's not going to like run off or to, tell you they want kids and then they don't, whatever the situation is. And if you're older and retired, you're looking for companionship, whatever that might be for you. This is about you trying to get to your idealized life, what you're working really hard to get, because you are doing the work. I can see it in the cards. And this is the card of marriage. It's the card of freedom. It's the card of celebration, celebrating milestones like marriage, right? And this is telling me gateways are wide open. They are celebrating. This is also the 1111 card. It's wide open for you. This is like a portal, a gateway. So for you to self-actualize, this is an excellent opportunity for you to walk into the idealized life that you want in the 3D. You've been working really hard to get there, and you can achieve it. You have an opportunity to. You need to use your discernment. Stay away from toxic behavior, right? All right, so that's your opportunity. Now we look at your challenge. You have a challenge to release what no longer serves you. Now it's a challenge because you are having a hard time releasing what no longer serves you. This is the universe stepping in to do it for you. And it is being clarified by the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. Wow, this is the first card I pulled for you in this entire reading. Let me show you. Same card, different deck. Clarify your intention. Well, here you are again, the Two of Wands in the challenge position. And it's the very first card. So this challenge position says for that Tower moment, you need to clarify your intention, and then you're going to manifest it in. This is the card of manifestation, this 3. So you need to have a release take place. When that is gone, then you can figure out what you want and make it happen. It's pretty simple and basic. It's that easy, but this tells me something needs to be released. Maybe it's even a past memory of a past loved one or relationship. Maybe you have an unrequited love. Maybe there's something where, your heart has been stolen by somebody and you need to get it back. Call your energy back. That way you can end that tie and then move forward in a new loving relationship. It's that kind of energy, and it could be, different for everybody. I'm just saying that as an example. It's that kind of energy where you need to have that kind of Tower moment. And the Tower, I welcome stuff like that personally. It might not feel good at the time, but you know what? Like, let's say you're carrying around a bunch of emotional baggage, right? You've been through a lot and you're just carrying it around with you and it weighs a lot. You're hunched over. The universe comes in and releases it for you. You have a big Tower moment. Now all of it's gone. Well, now you have an empty space. There's a void that's created. So now you want to fill that void with love. You want to fill it with love. 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 Fill it with love. Buy yourself flowers. Get a massage. Treat yourself to something beautiful. I don't care if you're male or female. Get some flowers for yourself, some chocolate, whatever it is for you. Treat yourself to something special. Bring love into your life, and then you're going to start attracting love. Don't fill that negative space with something negative and toxic. Fill it with love and keep your vibration high and keep moving forward, and know that the universe has your best interest at heart, and that was to release something that is not working out for you so something bigger, better, and more beautiful can come in. You got the Ace of Love right here. It's coming. It's coming. But remember, the devil is also here too. So just stay away from toxic behavior, toxic people, right? You know, you can see it for what it is. Use your discernment. Use your ability to have that type of insight. All right. That is what I have for you for today. If you could, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And leave a comment if this resonates with you. And definitely leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. You know I'm getting ready to go to New Zealand and Australia the end of May. I'm super excited. I can't wait. It's almost there. I'm buying my ticket next week. I hope they're not sold out. Anyways, I'm buying my ticket next week. I'm excited. And definitely let me know where you're at, because I have a list of where I'm going. And so I want to make sure if there's a lot of people there, you will also be on that list, or maybe I'm already going and I'll let you know. And don't forget to sign up for the free newsletter on my website. Link is in the description below. And don't forget, check out the membership that I have on the channel now and see if that's something you're interested in. It's a great way to support the channel. And I go live twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Thursdays in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I answer your questions. It's a lot of fun. If you've never seen an episode, go watch a previous episode to get an idea what it's like. You can see me shine. That's what I do. I love going live. It's a lot of fun. It is by donation. You'll see it's a $10 minimum. People post their questions on PayPal, Venmo, and now I have Stripe. And then if it is in real time, because I do it in advance, then it's going to be PayPal, Venmo, and now Stripe and Super Chats. It's just Super Chats are by YouTube, and they take 40%. So you might as well be putting it in their pocket, right? So that's why I say if you can, do PayPal, Venmo, and now Stripe. And also check out my interview with Kim Rogers Hood about the, I would say Kim Rogers Hood, Kim at Rogers Hood about the cleanses. Super important. That parasite cleanse works. I'm doing it and it doesn't taste bad. It's so easy to follow and you're just doing yourself a great service. All right, everybody, sending you lots of love. Happy Easter. Bye for now.